Aerobic respiration is a process that consists of four major stages. Glucose starts in glycolysis and gradually gets broken down to yield 32 or 38 ATPs after oxidative phosphorylation. Now you might be thinking, is it 32 or 38? Well, the answer to that depends on your book and your exam board. Some say that the total yield of ATPs from one glucose is 32, and others say it's 38. But I'm going to show you how we come up with both. In respiration, there are three types of products that we can get out of glucose: ATP, reduced NAD, and reduced FAD. The reduced NAD and reduced FAD are eventually going to be converted into ATP in oxidative phosphorylation. So the only real product of respiration is ATP. Let me draw this table where I count how many of each product is produced in each of the four stages. In the end, we're going to count the total amount of ATPs made from all of these products. Before we start, remember that we're calculating the yield of one glucose molecule only. Okay, let's start with glycolysis. Remember, glycolysis has a yield of 2, 2, 2. That is 2 ATPs, 2 reduced NADs, and 2 pyruvates. The link reaction does not have a yield of ATP. One cycle of the link reaction produces only one reduced NAD. But since one cycle of the link reaction involves only one pyruvate, and one glucose is 2 pyruvates, 2 link reactions happen for every glucose. Therefore, the yield of the link reaction for one glucose molecule is 2 reduced NADs only. Now the same is true for the Krebs cycle. Each acetyl coenzyme A comes from one pyruvate. Therefore, there will be 2 acetyl coenzyme A's for every glucose. Therefore, there will be 2 Krebs cycles for each glucose. Each Krebs cycle yields 3 reduced NADs and 1 reduced FAD and 1 ATP. Therefore, for one glucose, the yield is 6 reduced NADs, 2 reduced FADs, and 2 ATPs. Notice that reduced FAD is only produced in the Krebs cycle. It's not present in any of the other 3 stages. Now, coming to the interesting part where books seem to disagree: oxidative phosphorylation. Oxidative phosphorylation doesn't actually produce anything new. Its job is just to convert all the reduced NADs and FADs into ATPs. Some books say that for every 1 reduced NAD, we get 3 ATPs by oxidative phosphorylation. And for every reduced FAD, we get 2 ATPs with oxidative phosphorylation. There are other books that are more precise. These books say that every reduced NAD is converted into 2.5 ATPs in oxidative phosphorylation, while every reduced FAD is converted into 1.5 ATPs in oxidative phosphorylation. So let's take the first theory. If we take the first theory, let's calculate the total ATPs we get from all the 4 processes. From glycolysis, the link reaction, and the Krebs cycle, we have a total of 10 reduced NADs. And if each reduced NAD produced 3 ATPs in oxidative phosphorylation, then 3 times 10 is 30 ATPs. Now, we have 2 reduced FADs from all the processes before oxidative phosphorylation. If each FAD produces 2 ATPs, then we have a total of 4 ATPs. Now if we count all the ATPs that we have, 30 plus 4 is 34. That is the number of ATPs that we got from oxidative phosphorylation only. And then we made 4 other ATPs in glycolysis and the Krebs cycle. Therefore, 34 plus 4 is 38. So if we take the first theory, we end up with 38 ATPs in total from one glucose molecule. If we take the second theory, again, we have 10 reduced NADs in total from the 3 first processes. And if each one produced this time 2.5 ATPs, 2.5 times 10 is 25. So we'd have 25 ATPs, and then we have 2 reduced FADs. So if each one produced 1.5 ATP, 1.5 times 2 is 3 ATPs. So 25 plus 3 is 28. And if we count the 4 ATPs that we made in glycolysis and the Krebs cycle, 28 plus 4 is 32. There you have it, guys. This is how you calculate the yield of ATPs in respiration according to your specification and exam board. Thanks for watching.